Today we are going to discuss about mother and child health issue. In the whole lecture, we are going to discuss about the present scenario, about what is the mortality rate of mother, what is the mortality rate of children, then what were the UN development goals, how far India has achieved, then what are the programs which are launched by India to achieve success in achieving these Millennium Development Goals. We are going to talk about Mission Indradhanush, then we are going to talk about other programs which are impacting the healthcare of mother and children. We will have a brief discussion about these programs like Manrega, National Ayush Mission. Then we have to discuss about the challenges in achieving the success of mother and child health. Then we are going to discuss about the patriarchy issue, about how it is going to impact the mother and child health. Then what is the way forward for mother and child health. Then we have a wonderful diagram which you can make in your exams. Let's discuss maternal death. Globally are around 3 lakhs, out of which 44,000 happen in India annually. Just imagine the vastness of these deaths. Now, as far as child mortality is concerned, the rates are also very high, especially under 5 children. Out of 6.3 million deaths happening globally, around 1 in every 4 happens in India annually. In 1990, UN members adopted Millennium Development Goals, which have quantified targets to reduce child and maternal mortality rate. The deadline was September 2015. India did not achieve the UN development targets, but has come a long way in reducing a significant number of deaths of children and mother, which is really commendable. For example, in 1989, India has around 2 lakh child deaths of neonatal tetanus. Now it is less than 1 case per 1 lakh live birth. So now discuss some of the programs which are launched to improve mother and child health. Janni Shishu Suraksha Yojana. There is provision of free healthcare to mother and child. This includes free drugs, iron and folic acid supplements, free transport to and from hospital, and safe delivery, etc. Then there is RMCHA. The foremost program is Mission Indradhanush, which is recently launched. It is to achieve annual growth rate of around 5% in vaccination coverage. By 2020, India will achieve 90% child vaccination coverage at the rate of 5% per annum. For the last 4 years, we have had an annual growth rate of vaccination at an average of only 1%. So it is going to increase the coverage from 1% to 5% annually. The vaccines which are going to be used are the vaccines against diseases like diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus, polio, tuberculosis, measles and hepatitis B. Let us talk about Mission Indradhanush. The Health Ministry has set a target of around 5% to vaccinate children every year. The Mission Indradhanush is going to have a coverage for initial 201 districts. In the countries identified with nearly 50% of all unvaccinated or partially vaccinated children. You can see in this diagram, 82 districts are in just this red areas, UP, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. There are other programs also like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, which decreases the chances of infection due to better hygiene. Then there is Right to Education Act, Sakshar Bharat Abhiyan, etc., which create a developmental mind. So a person is better aware of healthcare needs and better aware of achieving those healthcare ambitions. This National Ayush Mission, which provide alternative therapies like Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, homeopathy. As we know that allopathy is very difficult to reach up to the last man in the society, so we can easily use these alternative our traditional medicines to reach to these people. Now we also need to have income support to these people. So through Manrega there will be better access to income, which in turn will lead to better food and healthcare. Now recently there was Delhi Declaration Conference on Mother and Child Health, signed recently by health ministers of 22 nations to enhance resources to prevent child and maternal deaths. So this was the recent conference. There are some challenges. The biggest challenge India is still facing is the high fertility rate. India is aiming a fertility rate of 2.1. There is infrastructure shortages in primary healthcare centers. There's lack of training to auxiliary nurses and staff in PSCs. There are very few number of doctors in country. We are around 1 qualified MBBS doctor for every 1700 people, which is far below universal requirement of 1 for every 1000. Currently only 45,000 MBBS are graduating every year in the country. This lack of cold chain storage facilities for drugs, this lack of awareness. Now, the last and the most important thing is patriarchal mindset. Women are not empowered. It leads to their capabilities getting lost to access healthcare. This is a broad diagram to explain how the patriarchy is going to impact the mother and child health. If a woman gets less pay, there is less expenditure on health. If the woman is abused, she is not able to express her health concerns. There are gender roles which are confined. That women are supposed to do only home jobs, confinement to home, which leads less access to healthcare. Objectification and the beautification of women is praised, less concern for health of women. The beauty as external beauty, not about health. Male-dominated industry, women exploitation at workplace, which leads to less opportunity to earn, finally leading to less healthcare access. There is negative female portrayal, which leads to women seen as always complaining about health issues, which finally leads to less health attention. Now, what should be the solution? There should be more expenditure on health sector to improve infrastructure and resources, more MBBS seats in private medical college, internship in rural areas. Medical curriculum should emphasize to prevent healthcare needs. It creates a branch for preventive healthcare rather than treatment part. It should be focused on bachelor in rural medicine or Ayush doctors. There is a concept of barefoot doctors, like there are Chinnari doctors in Andhra Pradesh, where small children of around 8th class students, they are giving basic trainings of first aid and they are treating some patients. There is also concept of Ashwini Hospital in Nilgiri, where tribals are trained in basic healthcare, and this hospital, Ashwini Hospital, all the staffs are from tribal except doctors. So we can adopt these models, and the patriarchal mindset need to be changed. So there is a famous quote by Hillary Clinton that nations that invest in women's employment, health and education are just more likely to have better outcomes. Their children will be healthier and better educated. So this is not just the right thing to do for us to hold up these women, to support them, to encourage their involvement. This is a strategic imperative. So we can use this quote in our essay paper also. Lastly, we have this diagram. This is a very wonderful diagram which can be simplified and used at many places in our exam. So how to change the patriarchal mindset and how women health is impacted by different concerns. Like there is economic transition, there is environmental transition, there is demographic transition, there is social transition. There are two circles, women's health and women as healthcare givers. So there is transition between these two circles. This is like Anganwadi and ANM Asha Bhenji, which themselves are acting as women as healthcare givers, and they are also impacting on their own health. So this transition is basically focusing on that area, and this need for economic transition. Like in Manrega, we are having some percentage of seats reserved for women. So if they are economically empowered, then obviously they have better access to healthcare and decision making. Environmental empowerment, like there are Sarla stores which are environment friendly, which improves obviously the health of women by these smokeless stoves. There need to be social transition through westernization, modernization, which leads to social upliftment. There needs to be demographic transition, which leads to improvement of sex ratios. So that was for women and child health. Thank you.